Welcome to another episode of TeeVo and the Beard.
You can't see it, but I am TeeVo, and that is the Beard, and I am back!
Yes, you heard it right. He is back from his secret mission.
On a secret mission. And just so you listeners know, we are in sort of a public place, so if we get interruptions, we'll make a comment about it.
Yes, yeah. Some of them, depending on how big the interruption, I might cut out. Some of them you might just get to hear some of the people that work around us in our day job.
Yes.
Yeah, because our night job podcasting here pays so well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I think,
so well that we have to have a day job.
Yeah, I think we're up to 73 cents in revenue.
Wow.
Since July 4th when we started.
This episode brought to you by Candy. I am currently enjoying a Tootsie Fruities.
Tootsie Fruit. It's a blue Tootsie Roll.
And I have 3 Starbursts waiting for me as well.
Yes.
So,
Starburst, the maker of podcasts.
Yes.
Right there. This podcast is run on sugar. And our first interruption.
We haven't done guest.
We have a special guest here, and it's an embarrassed coworker.
Hi.
Hey everybody.
She is brought to you by Keurig and coffee, I'm guessing. Yeah. Because this office runs on coffee.
Except me.
Except you. Yeah. Well, you're in a different building, so.
I am, yes.
Are you having a good day today?
It's about to be better because I've got Mickey Mouse birthday cups.
Mickey Mouse shot glasses.
Oh.
I did not say that.
This episode is brought to you by Mickey.
Well, don't worry. We haven't.
Don't sue us.
We haven't given your name, Christy. Nobody's going to know who you are. Wait, hold on. Don't worry. Out of the 12 people that listen to us, TeeVo's the only one who works here. So.
Okay. Well, yes, I'm having an excellent day. Thank y'all for asking.
Excellent.
I'm going to go eat some rest of my lunch at my desk. I know that's really sad and pathetic.
Yeah, it's not.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
But back to our regularly scheduled program here.
Yes.
I am totally keeping that in. So, I kind of alluded to you going on secret missions every so often.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, of course, I'd like to apologize to, so far, the 8 of our 12 listeners who have listened to our podcast so far for last week. I did realize after doing it that our format is much better suited to, 2 or 3 people versus one person talking endlessly about the shows that I watched last week. But I wanted to let
Because the first time... I'm chewing a Starburst, by the way. Because the first time I went on a secret mission, you have the ghost named Mike.
Right, and we talked about
Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe, yeah.
So you still had that dual man format.
Yeah. Had I been reviewing a movie last week, it probably would have been even a shorter episode. It's like, I saw the movie, it was great, go see it.
Awesome.
So, so this week, though, we're back to our regular banter. But I want to let our dedicated dozen here know about your secret missions.
Well, in short, I, as a kind of a part-time job / passionate hobby, I like to be extras in films.
Right.
And where we are located in the country, a lot more movies have gone our way. So,
right.
As opposed to when I was younger, where the notion of being in a movie was a pipe dream.
Right.
In any capacity, it was a pipe dream. It's become a bigger reality now,
right?
And I like to take advantage of that.
Yeah. Now there are some people listening who might not know what being an extra means. What's the short version of that? I'm only going to ask you questions when you take a bite of Starburst.
So, if you know how you watch a movie, then you obviously have Brad Pitt there,
right?
But there's people in the background. They are not Brad Pitt.
Right.
But they're essential to the scene because if it's only Brad Pitt in a crowded area, it ceases to be a crowded area.
That's true, yeah.
So
he's just alone.
He's just alone saying something to another pretty person.
Right.
And that could get boring.
That can.
We have another guest. Hi. She was boring.
Yeah, I know. Maybe when she comes back through.
But...
So these people in the background, those are the extras.
It's background extras, sometimes you're featured a little more heavily.
Right.
And sometimes you're not. It's always a different thing. I've done extras work where, I thought that I was going to be seen as well as the star.
Okay.
For instance, I was in Anchorman 2.
Yeah.
And during the day, there was like a 2-hour period where I was standing right next to Steve Carell and Kristen Wiig. And I thought, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is your big break.
And none of that was used.
Nice.
Like, not even a different version of the scene, but particular, part of the scene was not even used.
Mhm.
You can still see me, so yay.
Yeah.
But I thought I was going to be finally, yes.
Now, do you still get paid for that time when you're?
Yes, so biggest question I get when it comes to extras is, do you get paid? And yes, you do. Unless the posting says it's a volunteer.
Right.
Because sometimes, depending on what they want to shoot, if it's like a really big crowd,
Yeah.
To save money, they will get people. And there are people who will volunteer just to get the experience.
I mean, if you're filming like, New York City on New Year's Eve, you just need a ton of people. You don't need them to look a particular way or do anything specific.
But unfortunately, the ones I've been in, they are particular in what they want.
Yeah.
So they will pay you.
Yeah.
The other question I get is, do you get credited? No. As a background person, you generally do not get credited in the closing credit sequence.
So what's the let's take one of a more typical one.
And by the way, we're just putting out there are currently 3 projects that I was involved with, 2 of which I definitely, unfortunately for you guys, cannot say anything about. But if you refer back to season 1, there was another episode where I was on a secret mission. That also is one I cannot say.
Right.
One I think I can say with, and I'm just going to say it anyway, I was involved with Baywatch, the new remake with Zac Efron and Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
I saw The Rock.
Nice.
And Zac Efron and, people on the beach.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't really say much. That's the other thing about being an extra. You're not necessarily told the scene.
Okay.
Unless you really have to know.
Yeah.
Like, say, you're like Times Square. You're in Times Square. 2 people are talking. You, as a regular person they were trying to portray, are not involved with their conversation, so you don't know. Now, let's say you're in a building and someone comes in and starts shooting people.
Yeah.
Then you need to be involved because
you don't need to be just standing there while all the action's going on.
Exactly. So they pick and choose when they tell you stuff, and if they do tell you stuff, they're never going to tell you the full context.
Right. So if you're like in a wedding scene and you're just sitting there as a guest of the wedding, you're not going to get much information.
No,
about
other
it.
than you hope maybe if you do have acting experience, you just assume, okay, well, I know these people in the wedding.
Yeah,
I am happy, but other than that, they're not going to stand there and tell you, okay, so this is the plot of the film.
Now, some people out there, they might think that becoming an extra means that is their gateway into getting to meet famous people and to becoming famous themselves. What would you say to that?
I would say first, on the meeting, yes.
Okay.
But it's a fine line.
You don't want to be stalkerish.
You don't want to be stalkerish. And what people fail to understand sometimes is... Hi. Good. Fail to understand sometimes is that, it's work. It might be glamorous for us because this is not a normal job.
Right.
But for the people who are acting, i.e., Dwayne Johnson or, Zac Efron or something, it's their job. They are at work.
Right.
So while it's not completely taboo to approach them, it's, you can't ask for a selfie or an autograph.
Right.
It's just not cool.
And don't interrupt scenes.
Don't interrupt scene.
Yeah.
Then
Be professional.
Then they definitely won't like you.
Right.
And
remember, you're an extra. They can kick you off and
they while they need you, they don't need you.
Right.
They need the collective you. But they will get rid of people if need be, or at least move you to a point where if you wanted to be on camera. Yeah, they'll still pay you, but you are going to be the furthest away.
Yeah.
I heard a story from another extra this past weekend of a secret project. He did Dumb and Dumber 2.
Okay.
And there was a girl who, in honesty, was such a huge fan of Jim Carrey. But every time he looked over, she was full smiling at him. And it made him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
As as kind-hearted as the intent was, and he did.
That could look creepy from a distance.
Yeah, well, you don't know these people,
right?
Did you see the recent Coen Brothers movie, Hail Caesar?
Not yet. It's on my queue.
There is a moment where one of the actors, Aldrich Ehrenreich, who is now new Han Solo, his character was talking about how because they're trying to solve who kidnapped George Clooney, and he suggested maybe you look at the extras, and they're like, why? He's like, well. He goes, well, when I go on a movie set, I know the director, I know the costumer, I know the people who make the food.
Mm-hmm.
I know everybody.
Mm.
I don't know these people.
Right.
And it's not like you're vetted very hard to be an extra. In
Right.
full honesty, you're not. If you
Right.
fit the look and you are available, they will pick you.
Yeah, they want somebody inexpensive and available.
And whether you're sane mentally, that they don't ask that.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know, you can sympathize that they don't necessarily want to hang out with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, so Jim Carrey had asked the people to move her the furthest away from the camera and him as possible. So, yeah, you can meet them. I've been fortunate enough to, at least in my sense, think that, you know, I approach them and I just, you know, say it's really nice to meet you. I'm a big fan of your work.
And if they want to engage further than that, then
they can.
It almost sounds like we're talking about approaching a wild animal.
Well, yeah, you know.
So if you see an actor in the wild, you know, don't startle them.
Yeah, don't startle them. But yeah, just treat them like normal people at that point.
Right.
And you know, sometimes people are more receptive and some people are not. I mean, does everybody you meet on a day-to-day basis, they're going to be friendly?
Right. I'm not always friendly.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And definitely, it's also how you approach them. Like, you know, when I met Steve Carell, I just said, you know, I'm a big fan of yours. You know, it's an honor to be on the set with you.
Yeah.
I said thank you, and that's all.
Yeah. And also remember, people, these are humans, not their characters.
Yes.
So.
But however, on a better note, same movie, Anchorman.
Yeah.
You know, Paul Rudd, at the end of the day, you know, is a fantastic human being, I think.
Yeah.
He started giving high fives to everybody, and I thought it was an appropriate moment, and I just grabbed him and hugged him, and we just started jumping.
Nice.
So, you know, moments like that are possible.
Yeah.
But don't start grabbing.
Yeah, we're not advising.
We're not advising that. Just feel the moment.
Yeah.
If you feel it is appropriate, you know, I hope you have the sense to do so.
Yeah. Now, what about people who are trying to get found? Do you think?
I'd say it's good to it's your classic job experience.
Okay.
You know, if you've never been on a movie set, this is a good way to figure out because you learn terminology, you learn how things work, you learn that it is movie magic, but the magic takes a while. You might do a scene 20 times. And, you know, and when you watch movies, you're like, oh, that must have been easy to shoot. No, it wasn't easy to shoot. Or it wasn't a cinch.
Right.
Only on independent movies, they are short because they just don't have money.
Right, yeah. You can only afford to do so much.
Yeah, so, you know, but in a bigger budget, you know, they will hold you there as long as they legally can. Yeah. And, for instance, in the Secret Project I did this weekend, I was there on Friday at 4:30 p.m., and I did not leave until 7 a.m. the next day. Yeah. So, you know, it's tiring, you know.
All for a brief moment of limelight.
All for a brief moment. You might not even be seen.
Right.
You are, you know, you're supposed to be there.
Well, that's when you get the Blu-ray version so you can pause it right on. Yeah. See that eyeball? That's my eyeball. Yep. Right there.
But I'd say if you're hoping to actually be discovered or make this a career, you need to try a little harder than just be an extra.
Well, how can people get started? How did you get started being an extra?
Well, luckily, being an extra is like one of the lowest positions you can get.
Right.
Not trying to mean it, but
it's needed.
It's needed, but it's not, it's not glamorous.
Right.
And luckily, I tell people, just find out what the casting companies are. Okay. They now have Facebook. Mm. And the quickest way people now can get a mass amount of people is posting on Facebook. Okay. And really, that's it. And I wonder how people don't find that out when I'm on set with them. Yeah. Because I assume that they found out the same way I did. Yeah. And they ask, how did you find it? And I just look at them going, Facebook. Like, I'm serious. It is Facebook. Go to Facebook. Okay. So, you can find the information. And if they're looking for, let's say, 20 to 40s male Indian Middle East looking people. Right. If you fit the description, you send your stuff in.
If you're a 18-year-old white blonde female, that probably is not gonna.
Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping you.
Right. The worst they can say is no.
Which they probably will at that point. But yeah, it's not.
But especially like you're saying for the large crowds when they're just saying, be an adult. Yeah. And show off.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not particularly difficult. Mm-hmm. Just from there on, just be a normal person. Yeah. Do what they say. And sometimes on film sets, you're going to get a lot of people giving contradictory, direction. You got one person telling you to go here. You got another person telling you to go here.
Mm-hmm.
Just do the best you can to listen.
Yeah.
Listen to everything. And if you see an actor, just try to be normal.
Yeah. And don't fill your pockets with bagels from the craft service table.
Do that at home. Do that when you start to leave.
Yeah.
That way, it's not that weird.
Yeah, yeah. You don't do it in the middle of your scene. You don't just walk over and start, taking the food.
That's another question.
I think that about covers there. There's not really. It seems like it's more like experience. Like once you get on there, you kind of get told, and it could be different from film to film.
And totally. My first film was a Miley Cyrus film.
Yeah,
and clearly I didn't know anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just the fact that I saw a camera on a crane and Greg Kinnear over there.
Yeah,
I was done.
Yeah,
it was great. And then I did another film, totally different process,
mm-hmm.
and another film, and now the next film I did after that, independent movie. So naturally, it wasn't as glamorous.
Yeah,
and then you go to big budget films, and it's all different.
Mm-hmm.
And the exposure I got to each one has been pretty cool.
Yeah, and also to our listeners, don't assume just because you think you live out in the middle of nowhere that there's not something going on. You don't have to live in Hollywood or New York or Vancouver, because we don't live in any of those places, and there's stuff going on the independent level, sometimes on the bigger budget
mm-hmm.
level. I know one that was filmed near here that was set in New Orleans, but
mm-hmm.
filmed right down the road from where we are.
And but to those people, I would say, and again, this would be my unqualified advice on affairs.
On affairs.
But
we'd love to have you on the show, Anna.
We are not professional actors.
No.
As I said, you can spot me in Anchorman 2, but obviously I am not Will Ferrell.
Right.
So, the bleep of a second I get compared to his entire film, it's not like I am on any particular par with any level.
Right.
However, I would say if you are serious about wanting to be a Will Ferrell-like status, if you are in the middle of nowhere, you should consider moving.
Yeah. If you want it to be like an occasional hobby that you just, go out and enjoy when something comes near you, then,
And that's what I do. I mean, I know people who are extras, who are, trying to make it.
Yeah.
And
because there are professional extras out there.
And that's great.
Yeah.
There are, in Hollywood, you can actually make a career out of that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'd rather have more, but,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But, if you are really serious, you have to go to the nearest hub.
Right, yeah.
Whether it be Hollywood, whether it be Atlanta, whether it be New York, whether it be Chicago, whether it be Vancouver, you got to go there.
If you want to do voiceover work, definitely go to Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's where all the voiceover work goes
you got to go there.
Yeah.
So, to those listening, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm not, who knows.
Yeah. If anybody else, if any of our dozen listeners, if you're an extra or if you've done film or stuff like that, feel free to leave us comments on social media on the video here and let us know your opinions and experiences.
I will give you a hint on the first secret project I did. I will be able to tell you guys a lot more, i.e. everything, in July.
But until July, we're going to talk about Supergirl and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, because that is what we saw this week.
And we'll be back after our little spoiler music. And we're back. Hopefully with less interruptions than we had in the first half of the show there.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're in a different location because our normal headquarters has had some weather damage and they're doing repairs in there.
So we're stuck here.
But we're walking distance to the refrigerator and coffee maker and all.
There is candy here though.
And candy.
And Tabasco sauce.
So yeah. There's I didn't realize there were Hershey Kisses
in
there.
Boy. Oh boy.
So,
but first I want to talk about, since I was on a secret mission last week, you had talked a little about Powerless.
I did.
I'm caught up on the 2 episodes aired so far.
Right, yeah. And how are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's only 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, I definitely, as much as I'm liking it, I could not, if it was an hour long, I would be done already.
But so far, it's just the hour classic. You gotta get through the first few episode hump, especially in comedies. Yeah. It takes a while for comedies to really hit their stride.
Yeah. But it has a solid cast.
It does. I don't want to talk about plot or anything, because I don't think this is one where we have to really talk about plot. It's just our feelings.
Right.
I do enjoy Alan Tudyk. Mm-hmm. So he's definitely a highlight of the show for me.
Yeah.
Not because he's Alan Tudyk, but honestly, I think his character is one of the funnier ones.
I believe that he is actually a Wayne, but not in the Bruce Wayne category.
The only two characters I'm having trouble connecting with so far is the two engineers.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Danny Pudi.
Right.
The Ron Funches and the other girl's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so far it seems like they're like the punchline people.
Right.
And I hope maybe they kind of find their balance a little more.
Yeah,
I think Danny Pudi's done a great job balancing, giving actual plot development and lines.
Yeah.
But he's there for the joke too.
Yeah, but I love that he's not just a remake of Abed from Community.
Yeah.
Which is actually what I thought they were going to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in Ron, I've seen him in other stuff, and I've seen him be hilarious. So, yeah, he is kind of lackluster so far. But yeah, that has a lot to do with script and all that too, and how much some of these shows, they give the actors a lot of wiggle room, like for improv and stuff like that. And some of them, they say you say what's on the script, and that's it.
But overall, I'm not tuning out. So
no, I'm definitely going to watch it. It's one where
it's an interesting concept, of course.
But ones like S.H.I.E.L.D. and stuff like that, if I am available to watch S.H.I.E.L.D. when it is on live, I will carve out that time to watch it. Powerless, both episodes I've watched have been on demand, just because.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and even if I had the time, I would be like, okay, do I want to watch this, or is there something else on that I need to catch up on?
But that's our thought on Powerless.
Yeah,
go watch it.
Yeah, which is within the DC universe, which brings us to Supergirl.
I'm not going to talk about my feelings about last week's episode. I am caught up though.
Mm-hmm.
I think you hit the nail pretty hard on the head, that one, just in basicness.
Mm-hmm.
I will say just what I think about quickly. I thought Supergirl, the White Martian thing, and once again, it's plot lines like those where it suffers when you don't have a lot of money.
Right. I think we were both expecting a little bit more from this episode, or that episode.
That episode. S.H.I.E.L.D. was fun. I hope they use Shockley more.
Yeah.
And I hope there is speculation that character is Nitro.
Okay.
Because Nitro in the comics can explode and reform.
Right.
So I hope he comes back.
Yeah, because he needs a better name than Tucker.
Yeah. I hope it's Nitro.
Yeah.
And as far as Flash, that was great. I can't wait for Gorilla City.
Yeah. Yeah, which I mistakenly thought was going to be this week. I got my dates mixed up.
But yeah, on to this week.
Yes.
Last week's over. We're on to this week.
And I guess we've got to succumb to the fact that it's going to be pronounced Luther. Because that's how everybody pronounces it. And just like with Kara, you finally came to terms with that. And so it's the Luther family, which if you want to be a part of it, you have to change you've got to be Levo if you want to be a Luther. Because you have to have an L name.
Yep. But it's okay, because I will still call it Luthor.
Yeah.
That's not changing.
Because it's correct.
I can cave on Kara.
Right.
But it's Luthor.
Yeah.
But whatever.
So let's, I want to leave the romance part for the end, because that kind of gives the segue into next week's episode there, which actually did surprise me, because, like I've mentioned on the show, I don't really read synopsi beforehand. But this one we have Lena and Lillian and Lex and Lenny and Larry and Lloyd and Lionel, and we see about every Luthor out there. We find out that Lena is in fact a Luthor.
A real one.
A real
not
one.
Just
a blood Luthor.
Not just an adopted Luthor.
And very conveniently we find that out in this episode.
I didn't know how I was going to feel about this particular one, but the payoff at the end was really good. Yeah.
Now you're talking about before the end, right? Before the love part.
Yeah, no, the payoff of the Luthor storyline.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we start off with a flashback, and Lillian is teaching Lex how to be Lex, essentially.
Yeah.
With this time with the game of chess. Yeah. And Lionel comes
which is the most evil of games.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lionel comes in and introduces the adopted Lena. Mm-hmm. And as we are revealed that not only is it an adopted Luthor, but it is his Luthor.
Right.
Not her Luthor.
Yeah, no, it's from his extramarital affairs.
Yes. And Lex invites his new little sister to engage in a game of chess. Mm-hmm. And the basic thing is, Lillian, gets free. She wants to rid the world of, this Kryptonian, blah, blah.
Right, yeah, gotta get rid of all the aliens.
What's new?
They normally, especially ones like Supergirl, are good at kind of masking what social concept they're talking about. But this one, they were just like, yeah, we're going to tell you straight up. We were talking about immigration and xenophobia here.
But the only thing that I didn't like about the Luthor story was Metallo in this one.
Yeah.
And mainly because, they break Metallo out, they give him a synthetic kryptonite to power him up.
Right.
And, oh no, it's unstable, and he's gonna blow up, and, we're gonna try to save him, but, he's a bad guy, he's not gonna listen to us.
Right. So your typical comic book tropes.
Yeah. However, you're saying that, his kryptonite explosion is very dangerous.
Yeah. It's supposed to go nuclear.
Yes. And you don't call Superman?
Right. Or anybody.
Now, the fact that Martian Manhunter came in at the last second was cool, but you don't call Superman?
Right.
And don't give me that crap if he's further away. He's Superman.
Yeah. He's pretty fast.
And the fact that you now have introduced Superman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all the worlds are really connected, so there are people that they can contact in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly.
But yeah,
it's just whenever Supergirl does too many cataclysmic events, why one thinks to call Superman?
Yeah,
kind of goes over my head.
Yeah, and one thing though I think with this episode, I did enjoy it because it was very much like ripped from a comic book as far as like the tropes they used the saving Lena at the very last second, which actually kind of annoyed me because the reason it was the last second is because Supergirl was just looking, and I mean it's just like seriously, like no, just go pick her up and fly. Why are you waiting? I mean I was actually yelling at my TV just pick her up, fly.
Yeah.
I had a point I was going with there, and I lost myself. I like the episode, but there's no real. You don't feel any danger for Supergirl. Like when it is getting in that last second there, you don't feel danger. You don't. It's like no, they're not gonna kill her off. I mean, the show's been renewed for another season. They're going to keep her around.
It was such a weak plot line to kill her with. If you are
right, yeah. But also, that explosion exploded part of a mountain.
Yeah.
But it was not a huge nuclear explosion that's going to send kryptonite gas or whatever, No, it was a boom.
However, before that sequence happened, we did see... So they are in Lex's, safe. One of his many safes.
That only Luthor DNA can
And that's
unlock.
why Lillian reached out to Lena.
Right.
You think she wants to have a wonderful mother-daughter relationship, but no, she just needed her.
And Lena keeps giving in very easily on her mom's demands.
It is that notion of, the character of an adopted child, You don't have... I can only assume, if you only have this parent, whether it's a good one or not, you are, they're compelled to...
And she tries to give Lex's, good side there. It's like, no, Superman was twisting Lex's words and all that, and that's made him out to be a bad guy and made him go crazy.
Yeah. But a wonderful Easter egg was seeing Lex's war suit.
Yes, yeah.
That was worth that.
Yeah. Yeah, and the box containing the thing that he finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we had to wait for now.
Yep. But what really I love about the Luthor storyline was the end of that one. So Kara and Lena are having, drinks together in Lena's office. They're having fun. And once again, they're trying to give the illusion, or is it illusion at all, that Lena's not a bad person.
Right.
She just got has really bad people in her family.
She really does, yeah.
However, and then the camera stays there. When when Supergirl leaves, and if she's still a full-fledged good guy, end of scene.
Right, yeah.
The camera stayed. The scene kept going. So, on her desk, by her couch in her office, she has a chessboard.
Yeah.
But whatever, chess is chess. There are chessboards in the park.
Yeah, and business people play chess.
Yes. She picks up a piece. I think
the White Knight.
White Knight.
Yeah.
And goes back to that very flashback we started with. And you saw young Lena beat Lex in a game.
Yeah.
and then
With a white knight.
with a white knight, and you flash forward back to present.
Mm-hmm.
She's still holding a piece and looking at it, kind of.
I was getting mixed vibes by how she was looking
and
at it.
I think that was on purpose. We just don't know.
Yeah.
So the question is she just, having nostalgia?
Right.
Or is she playing a longer game than Lily and Lex did?
Well, I find it interesting that they used a white knight also because, symbolically that's the hero.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the one coming to save the day. So
Yeah.
is she holding it because she is the white knight or because she wants to defeat the white knight?
Yes. So we do not know.
But then she also has almost a look of longing, like almost like a romantic look in it. So it's like, did Lena and Lex have something going on before they knew she knew they were blood related?
Yeah.
But, becomes a whole nother storyline there.
But I did like that kind of mystery payoff.
Yeah.
It was really good to me.
Yeah. So this episode really had everybody in it. And it's almost like accounting went through the payroll and said, okay, we're giving everybody these paychecks, so they've at least got to have one line.
Yes.
So Alex at the alien bar, Alex, which I love anytime they have a scene at that bar. I wish they would show more of the diversity they have.
Yes.
But I know budgeting and all. But Alex comes out to the group.
Yes.
And besides Wynn, nobody is shocked.
I love Martian Manhunter was like, I read minds, right?
Right.
So why didn't you say anything? It's not what we're supposed to tell.
Yeah, and I mean that's perfectly true.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'm finding interesting though that the internet is having a field day with though, is Mon-El's response. I've read where because he doesn't think it's a big deal. He's like, is that a big deal? The more the merrier.
I did like that. He's like, wait, is that a big deal on this planet?
Yeah, but people are taking it as him meaning that everybody on Daxam is like pansexual and everybody loves everybody sort of thing. Where it could just be it's either that or it could just be that they don't have the same bigotry that we have, unless you're Kryptonian.
Yes.
Then they hate you. But it's like I love when people take the smallest things and then go online and it becomes this huge plot line that wasn't there. Yeah. It's like he had a comment and he had the sort of comment I actually would expect from Mon-El.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
But going to Mon-El.
Yeah, speaking of Mon-El.
So we need to further develop the plot of Mon-El and Kara.
Right.
Will they?
Won't they? Yeah.
And
can they?
Can they? Will they? Should they? Blah blah.
Yeah. Because he dates one of the office girls. They break up because he was talking about Kara the entire time. And right at the end, in true romantic comedy fashion, they're about to kiss. And by the way, I like Kara. For some reason, I don't mind Supergirl without glasses. I don't think Kara looks as good without glasses as she does with. Like, when she takes off the glasses, I think it looks weird when she's not in Supergirl costume. Yeah.
Never thought about that.
Yeah. That was just a little, if you had to make a complaint about the show. But then they get a visitor before they kiss.
Yes.
And it's Mr. Mixoplexel.
Yes. I don't know if that's how he said it, but that's how I've been saying it for the longest time. Yeah. We're on the train of Kara, Kara, and Luthor. Right. I'm saying Mr. Mixoplick.
Yeah. That really surprised me. For some reason, I thought that when, somebody poofs up, I thought it was going to be the Music Meister.
Yes.
But then I realized, that's multiple episodes in the future.
Yeah, I haven't done that. But as we know, Mr. Mixoplick is an imp from the ninth dimension?
Fifth dimension.
Yeah, whatever. He's not from here.
But he's already, in most cases, he already has a wife.
Yes.
Also, and it's not Kara.
Yes.
But for those who aren't familiar with this character, he is a imp, I guess would be the best word. He's a trickster. And normally he's older.
Yes.
Yeah, or Howie Mandel.
Yes.
From the Lois and Clark.
Yes. But the only way to banish him is for him to get him to say his name backwards.
In most versions, but there's also a version where if you make a deal with him and then he completes that. So I'm curious to see which way they're going to go.
I hope it's the backwards name.
Yeah.
Just for nostalgia.
Yeah, and also just saying his name frontwards right.
That's how I know. That's how I know to banish him.
Right.
But I feel like next week's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this one was a rather serious one.
Yeah, but it's still fitting that, 45-minute begins with a problem, the middle of it you have the big problem, and then by the end it's solved.
Yeah.
There's not... I mean, we still have the overarching thing because I like how they just come right out and tell us, oh yeah, there's a helicopter that left with
Yep.
with everybody. So,
Yep.
you know, Katniss is still going to exist and all that.
Yep.
So we're not safe.
We're not safe. And speaking of not safe,
No, but hold on. Before we switch worlds, I do have one major complaint. And being somebody like you who has seen multiple films, been in films now, one problem I have is continuity sometimes.
okay.
So, and I'm going to bring up the specific scene of Lena and Kara eating donuts. And you should never use animals, children, or food in a scene. And the reason for that is, like you were saying before, reshooting.
Yes.
So, Lena's donut keeps changing.
Really?
Within the scene. In fact, there's one scene where it's the camera's facing Kara, you see the back of Lena's head, and Lena's talking obviously with something in her mouth.
Yes.
But then it shows the donut, and the donut is still whole. And then it goes away, and it comes back, and she's holding a piece of the donut, and then just the donut kept changing. I have no clue what they were talking about during that scene, because I was so concentrated on that stupid donut.
On the donut?
On the donut, because it's those little things
So
that
you're
just
saying
catch my eye.
Instead of raising awareness on what Monel said, you want to raise awareness on donut continuity.
Right, yeah. That we need to have donut continuity in all the shows, yeah.
Well,
the show Superior Donuts has donut continuity. Yeah, so
well, how about that?
when their characters eat donuts,
So
they stay eating.
Are you saying that's a plug for that show?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Hashtag Superior Donuts, hashtag donut continuity. But you know what does not have, you know what is not lacking donut continuity?
What is that?
This is the worst segue ever. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
All right.
Yeah, they do not lack donut continuity because they had no donuts.
No donuts. They don't have time for donuts.
And if they did, they're going to have LMD donuts.
So what did you think of this week's episode?
This is another one that they pulled right from. It has that comic book feel again.
One thing that I want to highlight, and this is just how I perceive it. So, I know you were a huge fan of Zach McGowan.
Yeah.
But, as far as this show and the potential that they built up the Superior to be,
yeah,
I find it somewhat lackluster.
Yeah.
Just, I think he could have been a great character as is. No changes if the build-up wasn't there.
Okay.
There were, like four episodes where like, we gotta talk to the Superior. You gotta meet the Superior.
And then, like we talked about before, when they actually do show him, that kind of fell flat.
Yeah. So, but I take when he does have his encounter with Coulson at the end, the climax with Coulson and him. Yeah. And he's saying whatever, why he hates him, and Coulson just looks at him going, "That's a great origin story, bro." But
I know.
Yeah, I've been on 100 missions. And I honestly don't even know who you are.
Right, yeah.
I took it as like their way of answering the critique maybe of the lacklusterness of the character.
Coulson is us.
Yes.
Yes.
I just love he's like, I have no idea who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, and that cool origin story, bro, that has like swept the internet as well. Yeah, that's been the quote that was pulled from the show.
So I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really do think Zach McGowan's Anton Ivanov could have been the exact same, no changes, if maybe the build-up wasn't there.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I wasn't...
You're right, he is a menacing dude.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the horrible thing of what we think in our minds before it actually happens.
Right.
And then we get it. It's not the same.
And if I wasn't expecting, like if I had never seen Black Sails and I wasn't expecting that type of character, then I could... The only reason I like the Superior so much is because of the mirror that he has going there. If he came in completely different, like, if he was more of a bureaucratic type bad guy, I would have hated him.
But no, I'm not, nothing against the particular writing of the character itself and the actor portraying it. I just, the build-up almost set it up to fail unless it was something spectacular. Yeah. But other than that, it was interesting episode. And again, Fitzsimmons, man, they woman and manned up.
I know, yeah.
They are.
They were the powerhouse during this episode, yeah. I mean, everything that happened good happened because of them and working. I think it has a lot to do with, they are better as Fitzsimmons than as Fitz and Simmons. Yes. So now that he's being honest and open with her again. Yes. Yeah.
Let's see what else.
So what do you think about the influx of LMDs?
We knew it was
eventually coming.
I knew it was coming, but I didn't think they were going to replace all, though.
Right, yeah.
I thought, sure, they were going to do, like, maybe another one.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to do it kind of gradually, instead of just saying, here's your whole new team of LMDs.
What is interesting, so this is flashing, forwarding a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was looking at a post from Chloe Bennett,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, make sure you watch next week's episode, because that is the end of the LMD pod.
Okay.
And I was like, wait, what? I thought the LMDs were going to take us to the end of the season.
Right.
It's not.
Huh.
And actually, after next week's episode, they're going on a month break.
Oh, no.
Yes, so we have no S.H.I.E.L.D. until April.
Wow.
So whatever plot line they have,
Hmm.
moving to the end is not the LMDs.
Huh.
Thought you should know that.
Yeah, that's...
So when the Flash comes... So next week, we welcome back the Flash, and we say goodbye to S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while.
Wow.
And when S.H.I.E.L.D. comes back, you are saying goodbye to Legends.
Yeah. So why did they say why they're taking such a long break?
I think it's, the build-up, like at the end of Ghost Rider.
Right. But I mean, a month break versus 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I looked at the televising schedule.
Yeah.
And the next slated episode they have is, and I always know because I always have a feeling, being a fan of the show and looking at synopses on Wiki.
Yeah.
For the longest time, there was only a synopsis for next week's episode.
Right.
Nothing after that. And I can usually tell that that's when they're gearing up for a break.
Okay. Makes sense.
But, if we remember, I think we said this before, they hit the ground running. Like, it felt like we were watching S.H.I.E.L.D. not too long after Ghost Rider left.
Yeah.
So, to compensate, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to clear up the Nadir's brother before the end of this part?
I have no idea what they're going to do with Nadir.
Yeah.
And I know I was so excited about what he could be, but at this point, I honestly stopped even caring.
Right, because we needed some resolution, like the next episode.
Yeah, and I mean, I bet they are. Maybe that's what they're leading to. But just the mystery of that,
Yeah.
it's so far apart. It's like if you're waiting for that, you're waiting a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week. So enjoy next week's episode because you're not getting S.H.I.E.L.D. We're not getting S.H.I.E.L.D. for a hot minute.
Wow.
So, I mean, I'm open to be wrong, of course.
Right, yeah.
Because it's the internet. Anybody can post anything on the internet.
No, well, Wikipedia, that's always true there.
Well, I got it from the Futon Critic.
Okay.
They put out,
that is a little bit more reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, whoever cites it on Wikipedia cites it from,
Okay.
Yeah. Futon Critic. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, surprisingly, there wasn't too much that went on in this episode. It was a very... I still think it was a very good episode.
It almost felt like, like the penultimate episode before a long break.
Right.
Which I guess it is.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, it was like this was everything that builds up to what's going to happen next week.
Yeah, a finale type episode.
So this would be like the mid season.
I guess so.
Finale. So what do you think they're going to? Any predictions on what they're going to do?
I was taken aback because I honestly thought the life models were going to take us to the end.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe it could still be, but I don't think it's going to be dominantly life model decoys. Yeah. I know.
Where are we going to get Mallory Jensen if we don't have her in this?
I hope she comes back.
Yeah.
But,
they can make her a good life model. And
could.
Because she does kind of keep, in this episode, to kind of switch back to this.
Yeah.
She does kind of keep flipping back and forth on good guy, bad guy sort of thing. She's very much in the middle there.
She is, and I love it.
Yeah, because it's like, I'm a bad guy, but I'm not as bad as the superior when it comes to being a bad guy.
But I don't know, but I can probably predict that the only thing that keeps this whole season is the Darkhold. I can guarantee the Darkhold will still have to play in the last arc. But what they do... And I've speculated for the past couple days after I found that out. I was like, they could do this or they could do this, but I have no idea.
Well, I wonder with Doctor Strange coming to Blu-ray and everything if they're going to try to incorporate more of that. Because I know they try to stay spoiler-free as far as their connection to the movies.
True, you're right. They could. But, before even this season started, when they said they were doing... Actually, even before... any plot points in season 4. I always thought the year that Doctor Strange comes out, they should introduce like magic, which in a sense they have.
Yeah.
But, there are, you have, guys like Doctor Strange and Iron Man. They're the marquee ones, marquee type heroes. But and Captain America.
Yeah.
But then on this show, you can put, a Deathlock. You can put, a Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
A Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
That version of Ghost Rider, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And Doctor Strange has, other people he works with that aren't as known.
Yeah.
And therefore not as expensive to do.
That's true, yeah.
Casting and effects-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, I love also we seem to be going back to the nice little one-liners like you were talking about Coulson.
Yeah.
Saying nice
origin
bro.
I have no idea who you are.
And in the previous episode, like I talked about, when Mace says, I'm not Captain America. It's like, well, you were. Maybe you weren't, but that name was Captain America at one time.
So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, but, I have full faith in the show, so whenever they come back, they will hit the ground running. And we will enjoy it like we always do.
And then, so next week we're going to have gorillas.
Yes.
We're going to have imps, and we're going to have LMDs doing stuff.
Something, and we have Powerless that's coming out tonight.
Yeah.
We obviously can't talk about it because we haven't seen it.
That's true, yeah. And it will probably be enjoyable.
Yes.
Yes.
Just bare bones enjoyable.
Because that's really all I want out of a show like that, is just something to kind of be filler in between watching, the action stuff.
So, just a second. So, I know you watch Legends.
Right.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I watched Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
That should be its own show, I feel like.
It should, yeah.
And it amazes me on a level that you have the most menacing villains of the marquee shows.
Yeah.
How are they not dead? How are the Legends still alive?
Yeah.
First of all, Ebar could take, all of them.
Well, Ebar's too busy running from the Death Eaters.
As we saw.
Yeah.
But still, it's just, whenever I watch clips of Legion of Doom, it's like, how have you not killed these people?
Yeah. They do it in the, typical more like, and not even comic book tropes, but more like comedic tropes, because, you have John Barrowman and, Merlin and
Damien Dark
that are basically Reverse Flash's henchmen.
Yeah.
And, they're trying to stand up to him now. And now this past episode is more about Rip Hunter.
Yeah.
Now that he's... what's funny is my wife hasn't watched any of Legends of Tomorrow except for, maybe the first couple episodes of season 1.
Yeah.
Back when it was originally aired. So she mostly knows that actor from playing a character named Rory in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So she happened to watch Legends with me last night. I finally caught up on the most recent episode.
Right.
And she's looking at Rip and she's like, I thought he was the bad guy. I mean, the good guy. And I was like, it's complicated.
It's blah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to get into the cockamamie way that they've changed it around.
Yeah, whenever I'm forced to watch Legends, it's like, blah, bring back the Legion.
Yes, we need Legion of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it's not Gotham and it's not Arrow, so.
It's not. There are parts of Legends of Tomorrow that I do enjoy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't actually involve the Legends of Tomorrow.
I enjoyed the fact that it's almost... They've taken a Doctor Who and the librarians and that sort of
I appreciate the show, but, honestly, this is me. Again, this is just me.
Yeah.
I find the Legends just boring.
Yeah.
They're just boring.
I will give you that, because calling Legends of Tomorrow a comic book show is like calling Riverdale and Archie.
Yeah.
thing.
Well, just the characters they assemble and the dynamics, I don't find it interesting.
Yeah.
And especially when you stack them up against the Legion of Doom, this version.
Yeah.
And they don't even have Captain Cold yet.
Right. I know they were taking their time on... That was the main reason I started rewatching and knowing that Wentworth Miller was going to be on it. And now he's had a couple minor scenes and nothing...
We have another guest. It's Christy again.
She's back.
But yeah,
you're a second reoccurring guest here.
But yeah, it's amazing. It is.
Do you watch any superhero shows like Legends of Tomorrow or The Flash or Supergirl or?
I don't. I mean, my boys are obsessed with superheroes in general, but that's more of the Lego.
That's fine. I went just to go see the Lego Batman. So
they saw it. They loved it.
I loved it too. So
yeah, I'm waiting on the Wonder Woman movie.
I am too.
I think we're all waiting on that.
They've had Wonder Woman toys since they were 2, and conveniently all the paint is rubbed off of her boobies and butt. on both the
Oh, wow.
Just saying.
See, you contributed now.
That is, yeah.
Yes, I contributed to the conversation.
Yeah, so we'll definitely give you credit as being a guest.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you could say they're obsessed with Wonder Woman.
Yeah. But with the movie, they'll actually get to see what she can do.
Yes, but not the boobies.
Not the boobies part, yeah.
We
don't know. Yeah.
What is it, like quivering boobies, like, in how they dress all the women in Victorian ages or whatever.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, but with Gal, they don't, the way they've done her costume, there is more covering the top parts with her. She's not like Linda Carter, where things were kind of bullet shaped and pushed up and out.
Yes.
Yeah, she was a woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not that Gal's not.
No. There's going to be a lot of disappointed 12-year-old boys.
There will be.
Yeah. Not me. I find her attractive in all regards.
Yeah.
So
we will not be disappointing 12-year-old boys.
Yes.
Is she the one in the Baywatch movie that was filmed here, or is that?
No, that's
that's a different person.
Okay.
I can't think of her name right now.
I can't either. But
Yeah.
they both kind of got big at the same time and confused me.
Yeah.
She did do a movie with The Rock, but just not Baywatch.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Gal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. One of those movies where they're going fast and they're always angry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like the 25th one or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of fast, not too angry. So, but yeah, we were just wrapping up this episode here, so you made perfect timing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, hopefully they'll bring back. But yeah, just the Legends are so boring.
Yeah.
I just don't find them interesting as a team.
Yeah, no, I can definitely.
But I found them interesting in their other shows.
Yeah.
As this team. But, hey, it's just my personal.
Well, even when I watch, I tend to watch more for like the stuff going on, the actual plot and stuff like that, than what the characters are doing with it.
They're not Team Arrow, they're not Team Flash, they're
right?
Not Team Supergirl. They're just I guess it's a reason that they are that.
Yeah, they're the ragtag misfits.
Yeah.
Plan C superheroes.
But just the fact that every time I watch the Legion of Doom clips, like, how have you not killed these people?
Yeah.
I'm amazed.
And CW won't even kill them,
No, they won't.
I don't think they've been officially renewed yet, but I'm sure they.
Well, if they don't get renewed, then the Legion of Doom. That's how the show ends.
Well,
a very bleak ending.
The actors are very smart though, because the actors are not signed with Legends.
Yeah.
They are signed with CW.
Yes.
So they can go into these other universes.
They can go back to their old show.
Right. Yeah.
But
so the Legion can still exist.
Yes, but that should be how. If the Legends of Tomorrow miraculously doesn't get renewed, that's how it should end. The Legion of Doom just kills them.
Oh, y'all were talking about that FX show?
No, that's different.
Oh no, that's a different Legion.
Oh.
I have not watched that one yet. So
I heard that's not going to be a long one, so I'm going to wait till they all come out and watch it.
So it's purposely not going to be a long one though.
That I know of.
Like a mini-series type
I
thing?
think it's I think I was reading. Again, my sources could clearly be wrong.
Right.
But I don't think it's going to be like a 12-episode thing.
Okay.
I think the most I saw is like 6 or 8.
Huh. Okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah, surprising
If it's a good run, then...
Right.
But I think I'm going to wait till it all comes out.
Yeah.
And just watch it all.
Okay.
Because I hear a lot goes on.
Yeah. It looks good.
Yeah. It's good, so yeah.
Yeah.
I watch Taboo on FX.
I do.
Superhero.
I do too.
It's really good.
I find it really boring.
I've not watched it. I've only recently got FX, so I've been watching a lot of Simpsons.
You know what? As far as Taboo goes, non superhero show, but it does have Tom Hardy, and we give him.
Oh. That's why I watch it. I watch it. Come on.
Well, it's an 8-episode series, it's a mini-series, not like coming back or anything.
Okay.
But it should be 6 because there are so many parts that in the first 4 episodes that I could stomach just going. This is just not necessary.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. It is dragging it out.
It's an interesting story.
It is. It's really different.
But at the time, I barely even know what's going on. And
it's confusing.
It's a little confusing. And my thing is, if a show starts feeling like a chore to watch, I'm not watching it.
That's true, yeah. That's why I don't watch Arrow.
Yeah. I have, there are so many TV shows out now. Literally.
True.
Yeah.
And if I'm not enjoying my time,
then you should give up. Hey, stop watching it.
I did.
And I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how it ends. Anyway.
I will say I'm still interested in seeing how it ends. So I'm reading the synopsis.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just not watching it.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can still talk about it though.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I I have another mother that I can talk to it about.
Okay.
Not that you're a mother. But
Is there something you need to tell us, TeeVo?
Maybe one day.
Yeah, one day you might be a mother.
Maybe.
This is the 21st century. He can be whatever he wants to be.
Yeah.
I find that mothers are Tom Hardy's demographic.
Oh, okay.
You know,
He is.
he is. He's
Yeah.
a good-looking fella.
I enjoyed Tom Hardy. That's why I watched it.
Yeah.
And also, I enjoyed the girl in it.
Which one now?
His
His
sister.
sister?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like Claire Bow, his mother-in-law?
Maybe. Ish.
Yeah, okay. The one
Well, I only like his sister because you know who her grandfather is, right?
in real life or in the show?
In real life,
No.
Charlie Chaplin,
Huh.
Oh,
the
interesting.
legendary Charlie Chaplin.
Because I've been meaning to Google her.
Her name's Una Chaplin. So that first relationship,
Una, yeah, she has something unusual.
Una Chaplin. Well, just based on lineage, I'm like, well, I want to be a fan of yours.
Right, yeah.
But still, with that, and Tom Hardy is amazing in it. I'm not saying,
He is.
but just it's boring. Not that you guys shouldn't watch the show.
Watch whatever you like, really.
Watch whatever you like.
Yeah.
That's what we always strive. Watch
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, for me, just didn't grasp.
Yeah. I had that same problem with True Detective also.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, it seems enjoyable and I like the actors in it, but it's like I'm not going...
But when a show feels like a chore to watch,
Yeah.
you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, because we have 11 billion options out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I started to feel about Dawson's Creek when they went to college.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
And
like...
now that you know.
Well, any teen thing that goes off to college,
Oh, and Gossip Girl.
except for
I
Saved by the
watched
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saved by the Bell, when they went to college, it was fine.
I don't know. No, we didn't have that channel. I had to watch it at a friend's house. It was on like a fancy Chicago channel.
For you young people out there who did...
Yes.
We have another guest.
WGN or something.
Yeah.
I guess just bypassed y'all to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
She didn't want to talk to us.
We'll have to have you back on the show.
Very much.
Talk about Taboo, or at least Tom Hardy.
I can do that all day.
Yeah, the Tom Hardy show.
But yeah, so I did see that Legends does have 6 more episodes, so maybe Captain Cold will come in and I will get my full Legion of Doom.
Watch it be the last episode.
That's fine. Luckily, I'm not actually watching it.
Right, yeah.
So it's not like, I'm waiting on pins and needles as hard as maybe you are.
Right.
But the one thing that I was going to get into before we got into the Tom Hardy thing, not that wasn't fun.
This became the Taboo show. Yeah.
Not that wasn't fun. But
Yeah.
I hope that's Legion of Doom. But like you said, it's not like they are signed to the CW.
Right.
So we possibly, and most likely, will see them again.
Yeah.
But I do hope that the next, one of the next bigger crossovers is fighting Legion of Doom. Mm-hmm. And, maybe they can get a different Earth machine and pick up some people from Supergirls.
Yeah.
Like Livewire.
Yeah.
And if Lena is a bad guy, she can be like the Luthor in charge of Legion of Doom.
Yeah. That could work.
And go nuts. And, the superheroes have to fight the villain.
And let's get Gypsy in there somehow. Just to get her back.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just to get the actress back on TV.
So that's my hope with Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they can easily do that. And I love that CW is...
They're so much better than the Legends.
Yeah, I love that CW is doing that kind of thing where it's like, we all, we're different shows.
Our other guest didn't want to talk to us.
She's being shy.
Yeah.
You notice we've had all-female guests today? Yeah, we're trying to diversify more here.
Yes.
Yeah. But I like that CW is like, we're all different shows, but we're all in the same universe, and it's all ran basically by, the same people.
But going back on that, and I really appreciate the initiative they take on that.
Mm-hmm.
But going back when we did the Invasion episode, just sometimes I hate really when people say it's as good as the movies. Yeah. It's not.
No, it's not.
And I think the White Martian episode of Supergirl proves.
Oh, that is, yeah.
While I enjoyed the episode.
Yeah. That was not like a movie at all.
In a movie, there should be more than one White Martian.
Right.
And they also should be a White Martian, not a dude.
Right, yeah.
But that's just that.
I did like seeing the bad side of Win, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
But still, it's just that.
Yeah, what are we got? Who are we?
Who are we?
We're unqualified.
We are unqualified.
We'd love to have you on the show.
But so that next week we have the return of Legends and Flash, a continuation of Supergirl, and we're going to say goodbye to S.H.I.E.L.D. for a while.
Yeah, and then we'll say hi again to S.H.I.E.L.D. and iZombie.
When does iZombie come back?
Should be April 4th, I want to say.
All right.
Yeah.
So in that we're saying welcome back S.H.I.E.L.D, welcome back zombies, and bye-bye Legends.
Right, yeah. So every episode of the show is going to be different from now on.
It sounds like when we do the spring part, it's going to be more exciting than the beginning of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, so you never know what to expect, but our first male guest today, the Tea Maker.
Yes.
Yeah, which would be an excellent Flash supervillain.
That would be.
There, yeah. So he'd have to be British.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next time.
Can you do a British accent?
You know, I really should be able to because I lived there for a couple years, but no. I got told by too many British people I sounded offensive. So
so we don't want to be offensive.
I know plenty of British people. They sounded offensive doing American accents. So
yeah, fair enough. Equal opportunity offensives.
So that was Tea Maker, and if you can't tell, he's not a very happy person.
No, not generally speaking.
No.
Yeah, but unless he listens to the show, and then he's the happiest person we know. But he doesn't listen. You're the only one who works here who listens.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
until next time.
Until next week.